Once I was at a marketing for writers panel and someone in the chat asked how to go about marketing themselves as a writer without showing their face. You clicked on this, so you're probably wondering the same. Well friends, I have some stuff for you. Hello there humans, I am Dal Cecil Runo, a blind storyteller. My mission is to make content that not only helps me reach a bigger audience, but also I want to remind you of your humanity and help you reclaim your creative time. There's no one-size solution in the life of an artist, and there shouldn't be only one type of approach to marketing strategies for artists. Let's discuss social media for the more private folk on the internet. The ongoing misunderstanding is that you have to show your face and your workspace and your kids and your dog if you have those, and then your brand will be successful. I mean, if you want to be that kind of celebrity with no privacy, go ahead, have fun. I've been through this several times, searching for advice in the wrong places from people who don't share my circumstances. It's true that creating content without showing your face requires more time gathering stock footage and more time editing. And some people may wonder, why would anyone go through that hassle instead of just filming themselves and presto, pictures and videos for weeks? Here are a couple of reasons why some people may wish to keep themselves out of their online content. Number 1. Safety. The internet is a big place. There are no country borders or restrictions, and people from all over the world can connect. That's awesome! And it could also become dangerous. No matter how hard the online platforms try to protect their users, these are just robots. AI cannot protect you as a unique individual with unique circumstances from the more malicious side of the web. So you have to protect yourself. Being a woman with a notorious disability, I know well what I'm talking about. People with notorious vulnerabilities are easy targets, so I avoid needless anxiety by keeping my healthy distance. 2. Not everyone has a shiny and beautiful space for a YouTube studio. I know, the idea of starting a channel or an Instagram page with casual pictures and chat vlogs on your couch is a good one, but not everyone wants to have that approach, and not everyone has a photogenic couch to begin with. Some people are poor, some people maybe aren't so poor, but they live in very small apartments and there is not good enough natural light from a window, and so on. Some people have older phones and the camera isn't that great. There could be a million reasons why not everyone has the space or the gear, and trust me, after a global pandemic, not everyone has the resources to invest in a YouTube starter pack. So they might turn to animations or presentations and other solutions I will share with you shortly. 3. Separation of identity. This one is very important to me personally. What's the worth of a pen name if my face is constantly all over social media and I become easily identifiable on the streets or easily identifiable on Google? And then maybe I lose a job opportunity if Mr. Square Mind from the HR department has a personal bias against people who do artsy stuff on the side. I like my personal life away from my creative career for many reasons. And I write sci-fi. Now imagine writers of more spicy genres. Hiding their face from their day job colleagues might be a stress relief to them. Think about it. You don't know if your geography teacher writes spicy erotica in the evenings, and that is none of your business. 4. Low self-esteem. I almost left this one out, but you know what? A person's self-esteem is not any of our business as a bunch of internet strangers, no matter if we are the clients. If the creator doesn't feel photogenic enough or good-looking enough, wouldn't it be better, at least productivity-wise, to find an alternative for content creation? It would be less anxiety-inducing to just find a more relaxed way to make videos and graphics instead of spending hours trying to overproduce their face. I don't know, I feel alright in my body, but that's not the case for everyone, and they have a right to try other approaches instead of an entire group of people pushing their way upon them. 5. Ageism in the creator's niche. Our society is obsessed with youth, and older creators know it. Does it mean that after a certain age you have to hide yourself? Not at all. But I see this all the time in some niches, especially with older female content creators in niches where the more common demographic is people half their age. Older ladies are smart. Sometimes, in certain spaces, being too authentic and open can hamper your growth as a creator, so they find alternatives as well. I'm not saying I like this or this is the right way to go, but they know, like I do, that no one is going to change the world in one day, so they might as well do their thing their way. 6. Avoiding undesired types of attention. I know this is a weird one, but I see it with some, not all, but some ace creators. And I, as an asexual woman, try to avoid those unwanted types of attention that women get online. It's not what I came here for, so the less you see my face, the better. I'm here to share my stories and novels as I publish them. Creativity shouldn't be forced into formulaic guidelines. Yes, we need certain guidelines and knowledge when we are true novices and have no idea how to go about writing or marketing our work. Sure thing. The problem arrives when we begin to fall into specific boxes, preaching the way that worked for us as a law that everyone has to follow, like showing your face and putting your face on your YouTube thumbnails because of human connection and blah blah blah. There are many ways to establish human connection. If not, there wouldn't be any feeling at all when we listen to music without a music video, or while we read a book or listen to an audiobook. Of course, people like to see other people's faces. And while it's true that there are people who play music as background noise and never listen to the lyrics, or people who don't read books and would rather watch the movie, luckily that's not my target audience. Treating my audience like a one-dimensional monolith that only responds to one specific type of content is a disrespect to their intellect. Humans are very complex. Always remember that when creating content. Showing your face on social media is more of a must if you wish to become an online influencer of sorts. There I admit that it is harder to be an influencer if you don't show yourself. Artists are a different type of creator, and we have to turn away from generalized advice to find what works for us, the type of art we create, the audience we want to reach, and the type of attention we want to attract. So here are some ideas that you could try for your writer or artist career. You don't have to try them all. If one doesn't work for you and your circumstances, hopefully there is at least one on the list that does. 1. Draw your own animated self. This already gives you a unique look and feel for your artist brand, and when the content is well produced with nice audio quality for the voiceovers, your channel will start reaching a bigger audience. Terrible writing advice comes to mind. He has some cool videos. You could make a couple of drawings of a cartoon in several poses and use those poses for all your videos. You can make it as simple or as complex as you wish, using software like Illustrator or the 3D open source platform Blender or something else I don't even know about. What you need here is a powerful enough device, some apps or programs, and some time and creativity. If you want to take this approach but you don't have the skill to do this, you can commission someone to make a set of drawings for you. That is a quick and easy but maybe not so good solution for all the suggestions. Hire someone to do the work for your videos. 2. Screen recordings or presentations. Some people can't draw, no problem. Some people don't have the money to hire an artist, no problem. There are free and affordable stock footage websites where you can find awesome visuals to pair with your voiceover work. YouTube is full of successful channels using this format. I'm doing a combination of these first two examples. 3. Commentary or analysis videos. I love overanalyzing Avatar's channel. I've never seen that dude's face and I don't need to. He has a nice commentator's voice and a good sense of humor. He's totally playing to his strengths. And what are the visuals? The show itself. To take this approach, you must understand the rules of fair use. But it is a viable approach and it reaches huge audiences because there is a connection between you, the creator, the viewer, and the mutual appreciation for a popular show. 4. Hands only. If you're crafty or you like tarot or some other type of thing to do with your hands, you could make a space on a table, put a nice cloth if you want to add some specific color to your videos, and do some craft work or tarot readings for the month or such things that only show your hands. The tarot niche on YouTube is full of those hands-only videos. For an example of a mix between tarot and something writing related, I've mentioned Carol Brown's AuthorTube tarot readings before, and I like how she combines two of her passions in a unique way. That's an important note. Always bring things back to the type of art you're making. Music, writing, painting, whatever it is that you do. Bring this other thing back to the core of your artist's brand. 5. Unboxing and product reviews. It could be the new keyboard that you bought. It could be the new writing software on the market. Your video could be a review of the product and a voiceover. You decide if you show your face in the video or not. The audience is there for the product itself. This works best when you add that personal touch on your voiceover script, so whoever is watching gets to know something about you as a writer. Those how-to and educational videos are great, but if not done well, it could become transactional. But for now, I am only giving you suggestions of faceless content you can create. 6. ASMR videos. I don't know much about this one, but I know ASMR content has its audience. It could work for you depending on what you write and the type of audience you want to attract. Narrate your stories and poems. This is something I do. But if you want an example of huge channels, look at the horror niche. Just type scary stories in the search bar here on YouTube and amaze yourself with the amount of views. No one is showing their face over there. 8. Outdoor chats. For this one, you will need a video stabilizer, so there's gear involved. But if you can, and you live near beautiful nature, and you like to go on walks, you have the perfect visual to pair with your voiceover right there. I say pair with your voiceover because of the quality of the production. I'm not thinking short term here. With the concept of creator economy exploding, I know that things have to be top-notch production in 2022 and beyond, because competition grows with the size of the platforms, and not many will put up with a video where there is a lot of wind noise and a shaky camera and the narrator is panting as they walk through rough terrain. So this one might be the most difficult one to do and do it well, but it's not impossible, so I wanted to include it, just to remind you that beautiful nature goes well with writerly musings. You could try one or many of these so long as you maintain a coherent visual branding for your content. You'll be fine. Also, let me know in the comments if you would like to know more about a specific topic and I'll prepare something in the future. I want to make videos that are helpful to those who find me. I just want to remind you that if this blind writer can do it, so can you. I'm aware that everything in our world is mostly visual, and instead of going against it, I've been learning to find my way to create content to reach an audience through social media. This has been a long process, and I had to learn techniques to organize my time. If that's another thing you're struggling with, I made a video about time management tips for people with low energy levels, and it's on screen right now, so you can check it out. I'll see you in my next one, and thank you for your support.